Welcome to Kitchen 143. I'm your host, Michelle Aventajado, your resident Momma in Manila, and tonight we are out and about again in Backwell. For those of you that know, Poblacion is well known for its diverse nightlife, inclusive of bars, restaurants, and clubs that cater to everyone's tastes and preferences of those who visit. Dr. Wine is the premier wine bar here in the area. Nino and I have been enjoying coming and visiting since they opened in 2017. So for those of you who don't know what a wine bar is and you want to know what a wine bar is, stay tuned and watch on the Rappler Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube pages. Of course, you can also tune in on the Momma in Manila Facebook page as well. And you can, if you have questions for the doctor is in. Joining me today on cam is the doctor himself, Vincent-Landais, and his lovely wife, Eva. Hi, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
How are you today?
Great.
First time,
Yeah.
first time on be on the TV.
Really?
Yeah, on
Like
show
this,
live
yeah?
like this. It's
Well,
great.
I would think you're a pro. You
Thank
have
you.
awesome stories
a
to
pro
tell.
like this.
No, I know that you guys have been very busy, so thanks
Mm-hmm.
for squeezing us in and then letting us come and invade
Anything
your place.
for you guys.
It's
Of course, it's our pleasure.
Christmas time. You know, it's for us. It's like a really busy time, but so happy to have you.
And the restaurant is beautiful.
Especially decorated for
Yeah.
that. Yes.
Christmas. You
Thank
guys
you.
are ready.
The team
Yeah.
made this very
Yeah, actually, the
festive.
team, Estelle,
the team,
thank you. I
Estelle.
have to thank the team to they make the.
Yeah.
We just give a kind of direction and then they make it
Made it
themselves.
happen.
So I'm super happy with that.
Well, I would say then behind every doctor is a great team.
Yes.
Correct.
It's going to provide a wonderful experience for you when you come and visit. Now, Vincent, Eva, tell us about why you guys wanted to put up Dr. Wine, like 2017. I know you said that, they thought you were crazy for some of the ideas that you had.
True.
Right? But what did you
True.
want people to feel when they come in, right? So, guys, you can see this main dining room. This is Le Jardin. And then the other, on the other side, which is the original, that's the
The main,
Dr.
yeah.
Wine that Nino and I would come in and we had
Correct.
visited when you first opened. But there's so much more here, guys. So tell us what a wine bar is and
I'll
why
let him
people...
speak. I'll let him tell the
Doctor.
story.
It's true that we are in the new room. Actually, we just opened Le Jardin a year
Last
ago.
year?
Yeah,
Yeah,
last
last year.
And that was the new challenge after the pandemic, because in fact we all been a little bit touched by that pandemic. It was complicated, a hard time, but we did fight to try to
make it
bring
happen,
to make it
yeah.
happen, to
Yeah.
bring our dream a little bit bigger, because. In fact, at the beginning, we just start with on the back. It's just a small bar.
Yes.
I would say it's really typical what we expect when you go to a wine bar. Something like very casual, small.
Bistro type.
You don't make like grande. A wine bar basically have to be a place where you feel relaxed.
Relaxed. And
Second
so
home.
Rustic.
Yeah.
Rustic elegant was the word.
I
you-
call my
yeah.
design rustic elegant. Yeah, I like
Yes.
those two words together.
Yeah.
It fit with what I'm doing actually, because I'm really taking care of all the aspects of the design.
On the design, yeah.
So you guys are both hands-on from beginning to end, soup to nuts.
Yes.
This is you.
You have to be. You have to be.
Right? For it to
Yeah.
be successful.
Yeah.
So this is the first branch, but you guys may also know they have another branch in BGC. We're here in Poblacion. So if they want to follow and check out what this particular outlet is up to, they can visit Dr. Wine Poblacion.
Dot Poblacion and dot rooftop. Because we have a rooftop bar.
As well.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
With
We'll
best
get there.
view.
Hello, Estelle.
Estelle.
Okay, so what do we have here? You want to tell us?
I would say that to start the classic, the main things For a wine bar, it's actually always the best sales in any wine bar.
Correct.
The cheese platter and the charcuterie colcott platter.
Yes.
So this one is what we call the King Doctor platter
Doctor's
Okay.
platter.
because it's a mix of the cheese platter and the charcuterie platter.
it
Basically, you
has
can separate if you want it. Just
you
a cheese
just wanted
platter,
cheese, or if you just wanted
exactly.
meat.
Plus our chicken liver mousse.
The-
Our
oh,
specialty.
Yes, well done. Yeah, it's true that
That's the favorite of everyone.
It's a favorite in the Philippines. Here we find out that it's very interesting that the Filipino love everything a little bit sweet.
one.
Yes.
Yes, a little bit sweet.
A little bit.
A little bit
Correct.
sweet. And,
Does that upset you?
Like
no,
our-
it's a type.
Like our spaghetti.
Actually, we really made it specially. Actually, we did not create the recipe. It came from a chef from Canada. And it's one of my partners from Quebec.
Don't move it because I want to have some.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah, I really recommend you to try the chicken liver mousse.
Correct.
Because,
Okay, I will. You don't have to tell me more than once.
because it was really interesting from the book. It was like a chicken liver pate, so everybody basically know in France what is it. But then that chef had some maple syrup, organic maple syrup.
Wow.
Secret recipe,
It's
but
no, it's not really a secret, but
The bread is warm, guys.
the bread is from Dr. Bread as
and
well.
we make
so
that
we made
ourselves, by
ourselves.
the way.
So that's another thing. I mean, Vincent, when we were talking, and talking about all the different options that you want to have for people who come in and dine, everything here is in house. You make your bread, you make your pate, you even cure your meats.
You will see later. We age our meat. We make
Sausages.
our own sausage.
Correct.
You have your own charcuterie. Alors, not on, actually, it's this one we age ourselves.
Speck? Is that the speck?
It's as more as we can. We do it ourselves. Yeah, that's really the spirit of the house. You see?
Right?
The maple syrup.
And it's really fit with, because it was really brought from my partner, say like, hey, you know guys, the Filipino like the sweetness a little bit more than what we do. So
True.
I bring you a recipe from the book, and we decide that, okay, let's do a tasting, and we test around, and it was so
And it
successful right away.
exploded right
Everybody
away.
loved it.
Right away.
Right away.
So
Like
we were
up
like,
to the
okay.
last
Then we
drop.
make it even better
Yeah.
because I have to
Up
tell
to
you
the last
something true.
drop.
By the way, it's the maple syrup we use for this recipe is only made from the uncle of
Correct.
Simon, our partner. Our first partner,
Really?
Yeah, and
Very organic.
So he made it like organic, like
Yeah.
old school, with no preservatives.
from
no-
France?
From Quebec.
From Quebec?
From Canada.
From
yeah.
Canada.
Yeah, because Simon is a French from Quebec.
Yes.
So,
Okay.
and so we are the only one to have
so
that
good.
one. It's a secret
Right?
in that recipe. you
I
know.
love maple syrup. So
With a glass of,
cheers.
rosé.
So,
We have two
first-
in front of us, so I
Yes.
know we're going to start with this and cheers. So for you guys,
Cheers,
Cheers,
yeah.
guys.
this is a rosé.
Rosé.
So thank you for having us.
I like to try to start with a rosé.
Yes.
Especially when it's like sunset session like that. It's super
So
perfect.
fresh.
Yeah.
It's what we drink in Provence, south
Yes.
of France, very famous. But not only in Provence we drink. I mean, in France we drink rosé all over, everywhere.
Yeah.
But what we like is to start with a glass of rosé. It's like an aperitif time.
Yes.
You know, just some freshness, something light.
So that's like the Italian.
Refresh your
aperitif.
palate, and you just start it like this.
And then we have another one, no?
Alors, then
Explain.
This is for, I guess this is for the next one. No?
Then it's actually it's for the charcuterie as well, because I asked to have this brouilly. It's a Pinot Noir Gamay. It's perfect for the charcuterie, and that's what I call a typical wine for wine bar.
Or a wine bar.
You know, we were talking about that before. That
Yes.
I like to say that when you go to a wine bar, you don't find. Basically, you don't go to a wine bar to find the most famous wine, the big name.
Right.
Everybody
Correct.
knows the big name. Everybody basically, if you love the wine, everybody knows them, or they taste as well. Basically, if you go to the wine bar, is to have an experience.
Right.
And that's why most of the, I know in France it's really like this. When we go with friends in a wine bar, the first things we ask is like, "Hey, show me what you got.
Show me what you
have.
got.
Surprise
It's
me."
different wine per area.
And absolutely, I don't want to drink something I know. I just want to show me
something.
something. new.
Surprise me.
Yeah.
Something like that.
But this wasn't always your thing, right?
No.
Obviously, so guys, Vincent is a sommelier. He didn't start out that way. He found his way through this. And I think what I love about coming and visiting and chatting with both Vincent and Eva is that his passion behind educating us on not just the wine or what to pair it with, but even the culture. So the culture of visiting a wine bar is very important, like what you had said, right? Show me what you got. It's more about finding something new. It's more about the experience and chatting with the sommelier and like learning
the wine waiter, the sommelier,
the bartender,
manager.
yeah.
Right. So they would even know as well. It doesn't.
It's part of our training to every time to share with the staff what's the new wine and why we put it on the wine list to explain.
And the wine list is extensive. How many wines do you
yes,
have?
because that I make a goal to wine should be for everyone. That's really
Right.
my
I like
goal.
that. Wine for everyone.
Exactly.
Cheers
We can
to
shift
that.
yeah.
Wine for everyone.
And it doesn't have to be like super expensive for you to like it, you know? Right?
Because
It doesn't have to be like 100,000. It has to be like everybody has their own like palate, you know, when they taste it. Oh, this I like
I
it.
like that.
Right.
yeah, you see you see the fruity, the freshness. It's so easy. So basically, that's why we really pair this type of wine. It's a Pinot Noir Gamay.
Yeah.
From Burgundy, basically, but Beaujolais for the expert.
Spell.
We can explain for long that kind of wine, but I will make it simple as like because wine have to be also accessible.
Yes.
You know, I don't like to speak too much technically and
Especially for our viewers. 'Cause
Yes,
some
and
of them may just be learning about
Yes,
wine,
exactly.
right? So very important. Guys, it doesn't have to be intimidating. You know, we did a whiskey episode. We actually did whiskey pairing.
Okay.
And
How
I
was
enjoy
it?
whiskey. But we also wanted to kind of take it down because whiskey can be intimidating like
Yeah.
wine.
Right,
super
that's true, that's
technique,
true.
So we paired it with Filipino food.
No, really?
That's cool,
Interesting.
actually.
And
Interesting.
it was awesome.
We should do that.
It
Yeah.
was awesome. So
With adobo.
well, we paired it with lechon belly, right?
Okay.
And then of course we also paired with chocolate, and we even
Okay.
paired with. So we started with oysters, then lechon belly, and then dark
Nice.
chocolate.
Interesting.
Which I know you were saying even like there's certain red wines that are really fantastic with chocolate.
Correct.
Yeah, yes, that's what we will see a little bit later.
Okay. So we
Okay.
have another app that
Sure.
just came out.
From Chef Romain,
Okay.
new things came up lately on the menu. It's artichaut,
beautiful.
hummus, actually.
okay.
Artichoke
That's
hummus.
beautiful.
So, Chef Romain, it's actually our new chef in Poblacion, just arrived 2 months ago. I'm super proud to talk about him because
Congratulations.
yeah, it's really.
I think he'll join us on cam later at some point.
Later. He's
You
gonna
will
join
see
us.
the big guy. I hope he will
He's a
go to the
Viking.
camera.
He's a Viking.
Almost 2 meters.
I don't know if he'll fit in frame. He is a big guy.
So Chef Romain just arrived straight from France. I mean, he discovered El Nido actually,
Okay.
and just before it, and he fell in love with the country.
Does he dive? Is that why?
I don't really know actually. No, I don't think he dived. No, he fell in love with the Philippines. But he's come from. He used to be a chef in bistro, typical bistro in Toulouse. That, by the way, is this new terrain. He just made it a few days
It's your
ago.
perfect timing.
I am
He has like the
excited
chef
for
made like
Yeah, that he
New
made his
menu.
own terrain from
Yeah.
it's a wild boar.
Okay.
So that's very rare actually to have a wild boar terrain.
Yes.
And that from his knowledge from the past. He used to be chef in a bistro in Toulouse. I don't know if you know Toulouse city in south of France. It's a beautiful city where you have a lot of bistro. And that kind of food is what they eat a lot. You will see the big guy, you will understand. But, okay.
We'll see the big guy.
We are not in something very light, huh?
Yes.
But that hummus actually
You
is
should
light.
try it
You should
a-
try.
I want to try both. Can I?
Okay.
How do I get this?
Here you
with
go.
this-
You can-
Just with a spoon and
yeah,
bread.
I'll just use the little
Yeah,
and crostini.
and that actually
So this is
kind of
artichoke.
Correct.
this kind of hummus, I will pair it with a rosé right away. That's
Okay.
exactly the kind of freshness you want. And then if you switch to the white board terrain,
Then
I will
you
pair
have
with
the
the red
red.
wine.
The red.
Voilà. No,
Then
so-
you have the red.
So it's not really how we do one by one, but
Yeah.
here we are doing a
We're,
little
well,
bit
we
like
want to
pasta.
also
no?
let everybody see
Exactly.
and try along with us, right? So this is an artichoke hummus.
So it's fresh
Yeah.
for the vegan, for the veggie, for example, because of course we try to
There's
have
more
some
and more
recipe.
vegan
Because of
people
course,
now, right?
yes.
Yeah.
When you see that, we have to be honest. Wine bar is not somewhere you're gonna
for
you're gonna get lighter. You
Yeah.
know, you drink wine. Wine is kind of heavy as well. By the way, wine is lighter, way lighter than any spirit. Me personally,
From the doctor himself,
Yeah, that's true.
From the doctor himself.
Well,
It's
there
true.
is that, I guess, guidance. You can have a glass of red wine
Every day.
every day for health,
and it's really good for health. Actually,
right?
Yeah. I know.
So I'm not sure why, but I
Hold on
will
a second.
agree-
Hold
I
on
would
a
say-
second.
I will agree.
We have to be
I
honest.
will agree with
Yes.
the doctor,
We have-
but of course you have to seek your own doctor's advice, right?
I have to be honest. It's
I follow my own doctor.
That's very good.
You know, we give. I usually give some good prescription to my clients. So, and
I believe it.
they keep coming back. So
I
I,
believe
feel
it.
like wow, I'm
I
a good
believe
doctor
it.
actually.
So we have something for everyone here.
Yeah.
So obviously you have
Okay.
something for those who may not want
Who
the meats and the cheese,
Yeah.
or who prefers
Yeah.
something a little bit lighter. I really enjoyed this terrine last night. And what you guys can't see is that Nino is on cam and he's saying that he wants to try it. But I just may keep it here hostage a little while longer.
We're gonna share.
So-
We're gonna share with everyone.
Okay, we'll share. Vincent said we'll share.
Perfect with the mustard. Right.
So these are all things that when you go into a wine bar, you can
typical wine bar,
expect. This
yes.
is typical wine bar food.
Correct.
Also, like that way of sharing.
So very Filipino.
Yes, it's that's why
True.
also in Asia, I would say in Asia the wine bar is super successful all over in Asia because just to explain a little bit that Dr. Wine we start my first Dr. Wine.
Yes, I was
Yes.
waiting for you to bring this
Wow,
up.
it's
Yeah.
my our first Dr. Wine was in Shanghai.
That was him first.
So actually, yeah, before we
That was
met.
before the
Before,
doctora.
yeah.
That was before the doctora entered your life.
It was it was my first business, my first time I go as an entrepreneur. And because I find out when I arrived in Shanghai, it was like 12 years ago, something like this. No, it was in 2006, yeah, so
Like
more, yeah.
17.
In Shanghai was completely booming, like exactly what happening here.
Here.
It's the same. For me, I see Manila like what was Shanghai
Before.
10 to 15 years ago.
Okay.
Not that I mean that we are way behind,
A little
A
bit,
little
but
bit.
at least there's chance
but you
of
have,
growth,
I have the
right?
same
There's
feeling. That's
growth.
what I mean.
Listen, we can be honest.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
It's just the meaning is like I have the same feeling that in 2006 when I
Right.
arrived in Shanghai, everything is booming.
It's picking up.
You see the building like a mushroom everywhere, the construction,
Yeah, construction
new,
everywhere.
new concept, and of course when I saw that in Shanghai, from my background, just coming back from New York,
Right.
I was like, wow, okay, this city need a wine bar.
Right.
Because
There's
it was no wine
opportunity.
bar. It was really no wine bar. It was like only a small one.
I
a small
remember
French.
when he told me, like, the first time he came to Manila, I said, like, show me all the wine bars. No, just to see what's out
So you showed
there.
him one or two.
Because there's
Yeah.
really not, like, a lot of, like,
No, there's not at that time.
So he saw the opportunity, like,
Right.
okay, then
No, I saw,
let's do it in the Philippines.
yeah, I saw the bigger,
was like,
the,
ding,
the green
yeah.
light, like
Yeah.
go. And we were living in Shanghai because
We were
we met in
I was
Shanghai.
supposed to move there, but then when he saw that there's opportunity here, then voila.
Said, you said,
No,
do it.
you moved there. No, actually, you moved
I
there.
moved
Come on.
there,
No,
yeah.
you moved there. No, because that's the big things. She moved because she let her business, her own business, to be with me in Shanghai. No, that's true. That's
true
really, really
love.
true. Yes.
That's true love.
And we live 1 year in Shanghai. Then I realized that step by step, sometimes we were coming here to see the family, of course, and we were already married
Yes.
in Shanghai. And then I saw the opportunity, like,
Opportunity
man,
here.
like I was the one like feeling like I am stupid. We are both
Yeah,
foreigners.
yeah,
We
true.
stay in Shanghai. We are not in our own country, and I can see that
Like two
her own
foreigners,
country,
right?
She has a good
Yeah.
business as well in Manila.
Yeah.
So
And I
then
see
he
opportunity.
said, let's
Let's move.
I'll move to Philippines.
for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how he said that. I'll move for you. But in
Yeah.
reality,
we
for
know.
opportunity. That's kidding.
Okay.
So
So,
So that salad du chef, by the way, with
The new salad.
Yes,
This
with
looks
some
yummy.
with some a little touch of
Duck.
mango, so Filipino touch. You see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Basically, it's very traditional salad with canard, duck.
Duck.
right?
Yes.
So it's really a tradition that we have. But we add some touch of Philippine touch.
Filipino.
Yeah.
Like
That I find that
salty
really
and
cool.
sweet.
A little bit of
A
sweetness.
little bit of everything, again, to keep people happy. So this is just, I guess, a vinaigrette on top, or like
Yes.
olive oil and...
It's olive oil, vinegar, classic. Of course, it's not the best example of if we talk about veggie or vegan, because we do also have some other salad like no meat,
Like
no
goat
thing.
cheese
Of
salad.
course, and I'm
yeah.
sure if they asked for something without it, you could
Yeah.
say, okay,
On
well,
the
Yes.
side.
put it on the side.
Today is that how is it? So even a wine bar, we have to adapt a little bit of it.
Oh
So.
my goodness.
It's all coming up,
is-
come on,
and you
yeah.
guys, this is a treat.
I hope you didn't eat lunch.
I did
Everybody
not.
know what is it? I guess
Yes. Well, they might not.
the
Go ahead, an
escargot bourguignon.
Yeah.
Bourguignon, why? Because it's with some fresh herbs and very simple. That's a big classic French food, not only for wine bar or bistro.
Anyway.
I think it's what everybody expects a little bit when they go to Paris or to
Yes.
France, and once in their life,
Yeah.
I suggest to try. Some
For
people,
first timers, especially.
Yes.
some people are scared about it, but actually it's really good, no?
Yeah,
And,
it's
It's
good.
very
I love it.
good. It's
I
very
think
good.
here in the Philippines that everybody, I haven't seen Filipino telling me that they don't like
They
it.
don't-
Actually.
well, we-
Yeah, because we have something
We
like
have,
that, but in
yeah.
a different shape, right? Kohol.
Kohol.
Yeah, but we.
Come on, you eat the egg with the. Sorry, what's the name again?
Balut.
Balut, voilà.
But ours,
I did it once, but
he did, of course, he had
You're
to.
better than me because I just sip this. Sip
Really?
Yeah.
I never ate it.
yeah.
Sorry. I'll eat.
It's in
anyway.
the mind, but,
I'll eat the egg.
So escargot is
Can
cool.
we have
It's cooked.
this? Will you have some with me?
Yes,
Let's move that.
you just have to
All right.
be aware
Let's save this for Nino.
the way
thought I'm
the
good.
way you get it is not the most easy, I would say. There's something jam. Yeah, traditional.
So this is something you have to use. I'm so excited for this.
And it's small things actually, huh? But
It's one of my favorites, especially the sauce. So what you need to do is like get
Mop
your
up all
bread.
that sauce.
Yeah.
no?
the real lovers, they dip the bread
Yes,
Yes.
like
in the
this, like
sauce.
and with you do
No.
that, yeah.
It's a slippery little sucker.
yeah, I know. I told you. It's not once again that not to get lighter because this when you dip in the sauce, it's with a lot of butter actually.
Gorgeous, right?
So like tender.
So which one will you
Buttery,
choose, red
garlicky.
Actually,
or like a rosé
to be
for
honest,
the?
I think
using my
we're
bread.
gonna try the other one. Instead, we're gonna try the other one, the red wine to.
We
to
need
get a
another
little
wine
bit-
just
a
for
little
like
bit deeper.
escargot.
We need
No,
another one.
escargot, I
want
would say the rosé is perfect. The Bourgogne also is perfect. But then maybe for the famous Doctor sausage platter,
Okay.
maybe we can go a little bit deeper.
Okay.
And,
We're ready for the meaning a heavier wine.
Heavier, bolder,
The
something
bolder
like that.
wines.
you know something like you have more
Depth.
more things in your mouth. You know, it's you can feel sometimes when you drink or eat something a little bit more heavy.
Yeah.
Salad is super light, of course.
Yes.
When you eat some meat, it's the feeling is heavy. So I will recommend a little bit more deeper wine, more
Deeper,
heavy.
yeah.
So
Explain a little bit.
Le
why you
Chinon,
choose.
that's a perfect wine for a wine bar. Chinon from La Palue. Again, it's only
To
one
partner-
connoisseur will know that it's like it's a killer. That wine, for example, 15 years ago, nobody knew it. And we discovered that in the first Doctor wine when we were in Shanghai. And I remember it was like all the wine enthusiast people, all the French communities there, we were like all crazy, like, oh my God, this one is so good. And it was only like €5, you know, like $5.
So it's not about the price. It's
We were
about
like,
like
this
the
wine,
flavor,
that one is
the
so
taste.
good.
Yeah.
right.
Bon,
Do you
no-
want to teach our
Yeah,
viewers
like to swirl it or
how
something?
to taste wine?
And to smell. And to
Yeah.
sniff, yeah.
So the
Give,
first thing,
yeah, give
obviously,
some
Swirl
air a
it.
little bit, yeah.
You got to swirl.
Swirl.
Right?
Give some
swirling
air.
with my
Because-
left hand.
Be careful. Yeah.
Yeah.
You want me
Do
to
you want to
introduce?
show the? Yes, let's show the sausage.
Because
Okay.
Then you
that,
can tell them how to taste.
that homemade sausage is from the chef again.
Correct.
We
Everything's
have-
homemade, huh?
Yeah,
That.
we have 4 type of. Sometimes we change. Every 3 months, 6 months, we change it a little bit. But we have a saffron, we have a herbs, we have
With
one
cheese?
with cheese.
Yes.
For the Filipinos.
They
Yeah.
Yes, and one with a spicy herbs and
Yes.
spicy.
I like the spicy.
Because I think that's 4 different type of
Yeah.
tests
Flavor
that everybody.
profiles. No?
Anyone finds a favorite in those.
And they love that for groups, you
I
know?
like them all,
Yeah.
actually. I enjoyed them all. And I love that it's all meat.
And the Filipinos,
Like,
you know,
it's
they
not
like it
just-
like when they're
Yeah.
drinking, they like to eat
Yes,
a
you
little
like to
bit. Like,
pick. So
how do you call
actually
it?
for me, I have to confess, if this was on my dinner table,
Yeah.
I would be very happy. Like I don't need anything else after I have the cheese, I have the meat, I have the tureen, I have the bread, sausage, even have some greens.
That's just a
And I
start,
just,
huh?
yeah,
It's just to
This
start.
is a starter.
just to start. So we have so
Wait
We have
for
more.
it, it's
We
not
have more
yet-
coming.
Okay, let's
Ah.
teach them how.
Okay.
So
Explain.
for
at
just a tip for the people that don't feel comfortable, because I saw so many people try to do that and
And that's
yeah, that's catastrophic
Cannot
if you're in a
waste.
date and you try to pretend and so if you want just one trip, put it on the table and do it like this, and that's it. It's so
Okay.
easy. It's,
tips and tricks from
Voila.
the
Don't
doctor
put it-
himself.
so you
Don't
don't,
put
look
it here.
You don't but you don't look ridiculous. Actually, most of the professionals they like to do
They
that
do it
also
this
because
way.
you can
Your
talk,
swirl
you can do
was so
whatever.
control.
much better than mine.
You're sure
but
that basically,
I'm
yeah.
not competitive at all.
So you give
Practice makes perfect, huh?
you give some oxygen because I know some people might find that ridiculous, but no, it's a big it's a science behind
Science
that.
of, imagine, science.
Because the
behind
wine,
wine.
you have to imagine that the wine is basically the wine is locked inside
Yes.
the bottle without oxygen
For years.
for years sometimes.
Yes.
So the molecule of what we have give you some taste like a perfume as well,
Yes.
are very tight inside the bottle, and
They
it's
call that
almost
the nose.
it's
right?
almost like if your body you don't have oxygen. If you
Yes.
exhale, your body will become very tight.
Yes.
And
Like
if
a
you
genie,
get
right?
if you
Like you
get the
said.
oxygen,
Then it opens like a
all your body
flower.
becomes so much bigger.
I
you know?
love it. I love this story.
And that's exactly how the wine happened.
Like a genie.
It's like a genius
Like a
out of
genie.
and that's what we say. The wine get out of
love
the
genies.
glass.
Right?
So the first step is very important, and then
And then,
you can
Cheers.
smell
Cheers.
it
Smell.
a little bit, just to enjoy the perfume, of course, and most important, you drink it.
Ooh,
And that's how I
that
like it.
is
You see the
beautiful.
Yum,
Cabernet
right?
Franc
I like that.
from Chinon, Domaine de
Take
la Palue.
note.
By the way, I'm
So
sorry,
take a
but guys,
picture of that one.
that
That's a good one.
imagine 15 years ago, nobody knows that wine, for example. All of my friends, wine enthusiasts, sommelier, we were like, this is a wine that we should drink. And now it's become very famous. It's like 3 times more expensive. Welcome, chef.
welcome, chef.
Chef is here.
We've been talking
Chef
about you
Romar.
behind your back.
I think, chef, you have to go down a little bit. I don't know if you see you because you're so high.
Thank you. So tell us what you're doing.
It's the gambas pastis. So gambas cooked in a nice garlic butter with some lemon zest, and at the end, some pastis from the south of France that we all love.
So because
beautiful.
it's a very big tradition in all our gambas that we drink, we eat that is very Mediterranean, you know,
Okay.
Mediterranean styles, and of course some pastis is from south of France as well.
Yes.
So the mix it gives some anise taste
Yes,
a
I
little
can
bit.
smell it.
Yeah, you can
Right?
smell it. You
Yeah.
see,
It
and the
smells like
anise
licorice.
taste with the gambas is like a perfect
Yeah,
match.
anise and seafood, they works really well.
Super cool.
Okay, thank you,
And
chef.
to pair it with,
I would say, to be honest, the rosé will be the
Perfect.
killer for
Yes.
that. Yeah.
This, there's so much.
I'm so
food.
spoiled
I
with
don't-
pairings now. Oh my God.
I bet, right? So now, obviously, you have, I'm sure, grown to find what you prefer. Do you like the same things that Vincent prefers?
I
to
just
drink?
follow what he
What
chooses.
What a good
I
wine.
prefer Bordeaux. That's what I like.
Come on, it's like any movie she like, I like. So honestly, we are really good fun each other.
I love
I
it.
support.
Very
love
supportive.
it.
Yeah. No,
Well-
no, it's true that it's nothing that I like you don't like. Actually, no. I mean,
No, but with wine, of course, I trust you. Right?
yeah, but I mean, even the food we really share. It's funny that. No, it's true that every time I love something, you taste it, you're like, it's so good. Because we have also a background in China. I mean, you grew up also in China. I mean, with
I
Chinese
studied in a
culture.
Chinese school,
Wow.
so then when I
And to be honest, the Chinese culture is incredible. I think the Chinese food
Very
culture is
authentic.
even bigger than the French culture, to be honest.
Really?
I would say that it's only one culture about food that I will put a little bit more rich than French, the Chinese.
Wow.
And a lot of people don't really know that because it's you
the
need
real
to go
Chinese,
there.
huh?
You need to the real Chinese one. Sorry, not the Chinese we have
The
here.
French are gonna
same thing in
Well,
France.
you can love both. That's
Yeah.
okay. You can.
No, I love the Filipino
Yes.
culture as well, food.
Yeah.
But my meaning is like in China we share a lot of things in common, like crazy food.
And it doesn't have to be like so expensive, right?
Yes.
Like what we do here in Dr. Y, it's a bistro, it's sharing.
Yes.
It's not your typical like French small food that everybody thinks like French food is like tiny. Us, it's like more of like,
Bistro.
you share with each other, like family style of Filipino, that's why.
Yeah, a lot of people are confused about like, French is like,
Like tiny.
you know, go to
And you
McDonald's
don't
after
get
dinner,
full.
like,
Yeah.
So that might be something that you guys, if you have questions and you want to know more about bistro food, wine bar, versus, I guess,
Fine dining.
fine
or something,
dining,
yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
not everything has to be fine dining, and I think this is quite comfortable for me.
Yeah, it has to be.
When you said, you want people to come in and you want people to feel comfortable.
Like second
This
home,
is- This is like very comforting food. There's a little flair here. I can still smell the
The anise, pastis.
The anise.
The mix is perfect.
So there was this brunch place in New York that I would always go to. called
He lived there.
Pastis.
He lived there for like.
Oh my God! I have so many crazy stories in pastis. I love it. Nice to. I'm sure if some friends see me in New York because
I know that guy.
I stayed 2 years and a half in New York. That's where I was sommelier and for big restaurant and I think I live like 500 meters from Pastis. So
We would go there all the time.
So-
No way.
It's,
Small
and
world.
his brother
Super
lived
fun.
like super close. And Jane Street, was it? Pastis was Pastis was downtown.
it was in Tribeca or
Yes.
near Tribeca.
They were right down. They
Lower
were
Side?
all the way down on Jane, so we would go there for brunch. Right?
And he might be.
I bet. we
Yeah,
probably
right?
And I
ate
mean-
there
He was
at
there
the
in
same
another
time.
table,
And
right?
you know, actually,
You never know.
actually, Pastis in New York, that was one of the places inspired me also. Like, a year after when I was in Shanghai, to me it was part of my like copy, maybe on my design, I want some
Inspiration.
inspiration. Yeah, I want something like Pastis did in New York, because the French people out of the country. Basically, they always try to share the best of what we have.
Experience.
So sometimes I'm more surprised about the French bistro design atmosphere in New York, Shanghai,
right.
and even here. I have a lot of friends when they come here. They are like, Vincent, you should do that in Paris,
No,
I mean,
please.
I mean,
Extension.
no, because
No, but it's true. And also when they come here, they feel right at home immediately. They feel like, it feels like European
And
energy,
it's easy
you know?
to do
Yeah.
At home, very easy to.
yeah,
do.
we do have a lot of comments like this, saying like, Vincent, you should do that in, or Vincent, you should do that in Singapore or in Dubai.
Right.
We have a
So
lot
is
of
that
people-
part of the plan? I mean,
It is,
do you guys
yeah.
plan on expanding?
It is.
Okay, before we go into the expansion and the
This-
different
Okay.
things that you're going to do, tell us about this dish.
Because
'Cause
we don't
this
have
looks
only
like
meat.
it's right up my alley.
Voila. We don't have only meat. We have also fish. Every few months we change our recipe, but this one is a great salmon.
Salmon.
Wild salmon with we have like a risotto,
Beautiful.
It
a
looks like a
gratine
risotto cake.
under. Yes.
Correct.
And those great carrot, organic, everything like great. It's with a creamy mushroom creamy. So it's not like super light.
Just hearing about it, I'm
fish,
like
I would
already
say.
there.
Hungry. Where's the serving?
Here you go.
Super tasty.
So I want to take
I'm in love
just
with
a little
that
bit.
that
Yeah.
salmon.
Did we get a good shot of it? 'Cause
Go
I'm
go
gonna
go
dig
ahead,
in
keep on the
now.
top, and
gonna
And it's
take
nice
this.
because the risotto is like a bit crunchy.
So I have a little
And
bit
then
of
plus the
risotto.
salmon, yeah.
And then maybe I need a fork.
Here you go.
Yes.
So beyond charcuterie, homemade sausage, and
Welcome to the mains.
the cured meats, you do have fish and other things. Yeah, you saw me struggling. Thank
Yeah.
you, Eva.
That I would say is one of the first main course actually. It's a lighter because it's a fish, but
Right.
then that's why we're gonna keep doing with some main course because
Meat and lamb.
this thing is really like a sharing plate,
Yes.
Aperitif.
I would say.
Okay.
We start with that, and then we see that's what happened basically. When people are sharing a good time in a wine bar, allez, let's go
just
to
keep on like-
next bottle. Let's order something
Yes.
something more heavy.
Seasoned perfectly,
Yeah.
tender,
How
not
is it?
overcooked. It's delicious. The skin is crispy. I'm gonna have the top part now.
Yay.
I
And
love
the
it.
risotto?
Actually, that is one of your favorites. if I
Perfect.
remember.
Yeah.
Is this your favorite dish?
With orchid as well. I do love it.
Because it's a different texture of the risotto, right? At least the Filipinos still have the rice part of it.
Right.
Yes.
But with the
They
crunch,
need that.
right? Right? And the crunchy part, it's like,
That
It's-
is so good. It's a balance. You have the fish,
smooth that.
the risotto, and even the roasted vegetables.
Yeah.
Good.
Can't pass all of it. So this is
I will
all
have to get a
seafood.
little bit because like
It's true what you say, Eva, because having the idea of the rice risotto crusty under the fish really come from that. How can we bring what every Filipino asks? Can I have some rice? So it was a good
I love
idea
that.
to make it from the chef.
Voila.
That is.
Okay,
I would
am
say
gonna do
here
this.
you're deep in the French
Now, if you can see
tradition.
as much
Maybe
as
more,
I can.
maybe more
Can't see
on
it.
the grandma, like a grandma styles, because we love it to do it with the cocotte like this.
You can smell the.
Yeah, but you know you're smelling wine actually.
Yes.
And that's why because so it's a beef marinated, slow cook with wine. Beef bourguignon, very famous. Whoever tried a beef
Julia
bourguignon.
made this. Julia and Julia. So I want
That, I think that is one of the favorites as well because
yeah, true.
You
It's
know
like
when-
one of the most like famous
yeah.
dishes.
I see a little bit the spirit of when you do a nice adobo or something like this. I know you have nothing to
Yes,
do with
it's
that,
more
but
like-
I see a
But it's
little
a
bit
nice dish.
yeah, I see a little bit the spirit of that. So it's a
Like
old
Filipino
tradition.
French Paris.
I'm the only one eating.
I'm eating. Go ahead, go ahead. You want to
So,
change your plate
wait.
a little bit so we can.
No, because I
no?
have stuff I want to still eat.
Okay. Sorry.
But you know, we've had so many of these different. What is it served with? Is this a potato?
Alors, this one is a gratin. Yeah,
Gratin.
gratin de potato.
Maybe smooth it here.
We have also some side dish, so we can suggest
Like
you. Of course,
typical.
come on, you have rice,
Yeah.
you have some pasta, you have some, you have
so
some
you do- you
mushroom,
make
you have
that
veggie.
also,
Yeah, of
have
course,
that.
right.
Okay,
So you
if we
can
wanted that
add
with the-
you
with
can
the
add
both.
you can add a lot of things with that. But yeah, I'm going to suggest you a wine very interesting right now.
To pair it with.
To pair it because
Okay.
let's
Okay.
forget about the two first that was for aperitif time. I was saying.
Okay.
We move on to the mains.
My, I love that one because it,
Wait,
it
before
yeah,
is this how it is all the time?
yeah,
That's right, yes.
definitely.
So now I'm very choosy with my wine. I'm very, yay!
No, I love
I
that.
have to represent, you know?
Well, he's educated your palate.
Of course.
so
No, I
you
love
have-
that sometimes that we go to restaurant, she like
Not
order
very
wine, she's
choosy.
like, oh,
It doesn't match
not,
well.
Not like snobbish too. She's still like, but sometimes she said, and always she's right. When she said, it's not that good. I expect of this one. I taste it behind. I'm like, yeah, you're right. Let's change it.
Before him, like
Yeah.
wine, okay, whiskey, but
Okay,
that-
before
that-
you talk about the wine, I'm going to
Okay.
take a bite of the buff because I just want to share that I was able to cut it with my fork. So it's fork tender. It's been braised, obviously, for quite a long time. And so for those of you guys that are maybe not familiar with the braising process, it's just kind of stewed in its own
Slow
in the
cooked.
wine. It's
Yeah.
slow cooked in the red wine, and covered, obviously, right? So to keep all of those flavors in, I'm gonna try it.
Marinated
Yum.
and with wine. That's why it's also one of the perfect pairing with wine because of course you share the
Wine with wine.
wine with wine, so you cannot make a mistake with that.
So good.
Yeah.
And that is
I have a feeling if Nino was eating this, he might ask for
Rice, I'm gonna say that. Rice, right?
For rice.
Perfect with
He's giving me,
basmati,
he's giving me
basmati
that,
rice.
That look, but I know he would.
try
But
take a
it's
dip
true.
with that wine because interesting
Swirl.
that I decided
Swirling.
Swirl.
it's a French wine you have inside to cook the
It's the same
bourguignon.
wine.
No, not at
No,
all.
different.
We go to a different country, new world.
Smells so good.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite wine
I
from.
smell a little licorice also. Is there licorice there?
You can say why not? Yeah.
So no, you can say no. You
Yeah,
can
no,
tell
you
me
can
I'm
say no.
wrong.
Always say
Basta
yes. You know?
polite, no? He's just being
You can
polite.
tell me I'm wrong.
You know, wine is so subjective, to be honest. It's, you have to be really open on
I like
how.
it.
You have some
This
people
good.
like very interesting talk differently about the wine. I remember that one of my favorite customer when I was in New York, she was a really true story, a daughter of a billionaire guy, to be honest. I was impressed about her because very well educated, cultural. She was really like for a 20 years old girl, you know,
She
she
knows.
was like, wow, she knows so many
she knows
things.
her
Wait
wine.
a second, Vincent.
Yeah.
I know, wait,
Hey,
and
for a girl.
Yeah.
no, but of course, because they used to come often, you know, like once a week.
She
And
knows
she
her
never-
wine. Yeah.
No, and she never described the wine with like technical things. I remember because she was always with her daddy, and she said like, "Hey, daddy, you remember?"
She's trained well,
that
huh?
remind me when we were in Provence, running Barcelona, and it was a wine from south of
I
France.
can,
you know,
I
she
can
didn't
feel
know.
my daughter right
Yeah.
now that it's gonna be like this, like
So-
that, you know, this was in
Both
Provence,
your
yeah.
daughters.
Because I have two daughters, so I hope my two daughters will be like this
You were
actually.
going to train
Daddy,
them.
we're drinking this because we're in Provence.
But imagine like how many times she surprised me, like because she was talking like very artistic way, like oh, that is like the painting of something like so, you know, like very deep,
Very
like
artistic.
and it was something linked with the wine. So I was like, wow, well done, you almost got it, you know.
Music to your ears, huh?
Yeah.
for
No,
sure.
it's,
Because it's an
Very
art, you know.
What are
Yeah.
your daughters' names?
Amélie,
Amélie.
Isabella.
Amelie.
We choose one French name and one Filipino
Filipino-ish,
name.
yeah.
Amélie and
Oh,
Isabella.
this looks.
Oh, that's
Fantastic.
one of like the favorites of
I don't know if you guys can see.
Alors, Ossobuco.
Subuco.
Ossobuco.
We chose it to show you to tonight because it's the favorite
It's
of
a
our
favorite.
customer.
Together with the chicken liver mousse pate, that's like the best paired.
Yeah.
There you
Maybe I
go.
can show them since we can't.
It's because it's very tender
And
again.
then please
It's a
to
veal.
show how tender it
My
is.
It's
goodness.
it's a slow cooking veal with fresh pasta.
Correct.
The sauce
Oh la la.
the sauce is a little bit minty.
Beautiful.
I think hey, if you show that to a Filipino, you
they
get
know.
it right away.
They're
'Cause it's
really
not-
excited. They want to get the
Exactly, the one in the middle, right?
one in the middle.
So everything is melting in your mouth. It's beautiful. When we tried the first
Slow
time that
cooked too,
recipe, we were
It
like,
was,
oh my
it
god!
was right away like a
right away,
favorite
like,
of everyone.
It's a killer. Because it's so secret with the sauce as well.
And also, others
Some
partner it with rice.
jelly from the meat.
In BGC, in the Dr. Wine BGC,
Yeah.
we make it, but they partner it with rice.
And here it's with pasta.
So you have whatever you prefer, we can serve it for you.
So tell us about the difference between BGC and Pobla, because obviously, I mean, from one room to the next, to the
Rooftop and-
rooftop, the vibe in each of these spots is very different.
Correct.
Welcoming in all three venues, but very different.
Feel.
So yeah, very different feel.
Yeah.
So how would you describe BGC versus Pobla?
First,
Okay.
first I like to say BGC is it's a happy accident.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's a good term.
It's a happy accident.
I like that
would say.
description. Happy accident.
Diba?
Yeah.
Because we were not supposed to open in BGC. We were not. I mean, we were looking actually. We were looking.
But it was just
in
too-
2019 maybe, but
The-
not so like not really the vibe we were looking for because I
It's a
already.
party play, like
I already-
party, yeah, different. Yeah.
But not only that, it's more that because we were really looking for the.
Look at her face.
Keep on going.
See it! Wow! How do I show this?
Here
That's
comes Chef to
the
explain
chef
it.
going
Like,
to have
cut it
to
for
cut
you.
it for us.
So this is one of the
Chef
new
is
items.
here.
Yeah.
One of the new item on the menu. So this is the full rack of lamb with crusted with herbal crust. With also a lot of herbs, Japanese breadcrumbs, some chili, some Parmesan cheese for the umami taste. It's pretty proud of that one, to be honest.
It looks
I'm excited for this, chef.
beautiful.
Beautiful.
Fresh from the
And-
chef.
Yeah.
And chef is here to slice it for us. Okay.
Nice color. I love it.
You see? Oh my God.
Wow.
Thank you. And
Oh
that
my
deserves a
goodness.
bigger wine glass.
Oh. I can't.
You have to
How
have
many
like
glasses do
tons
we
of
have
wine
on the
glasses.
table? Michelle will be rolling home.
It's because it's going to be like actually the.
But I don't want any of the other glasses to
No,
go away.
actually, to
I
be
want to
honest,
keep them all.
The South African one is perfect for that as well. But
beautiful.
I wanted to compare. Yeah.
The
By
new
the way,
world.
we have a game. If whoever that was my sommelier
yeah.
game, and even in the 3-star Michelin, I was always doing that game. If you can say the name of the wine, I pay for your dinner.
With the taste.
And no
with-
kidding, I was
it's
doing
blind
that.
tasting. It's called
But
blind tasting.
I was doing that like it was 20 years ago. That nobody knows that wine.
Yes.
No, it's so famous. I will
Yes.
not take. But
risk.
if you
The
can,
risk.
if you can say the name, if you can say the name, go ahead.
Wait, part of it is that I don't have my glasses, so thank you for
Ah.
pulling it,
Sorry,
pulling it
okay.
away. So Bokenhaus
Nice.
Kloof. Bokenhaus Kloof.
It's actually very nice. Bokensloof.
Bokenesloef.
Okay.
You were
Like
very.
connoisseur.
I would have paid for the dinner actually.
Finish with a nice lamb jus. You're gonna really enjoy it.
Merci, chef.
Thank you,
Thank
Chef.
you, Roman. Look
That
at that.
looks so beautiful.
I think,
don't know, can you guys see how beautiful that
Estelle
is?
wants to show us.
Another one.
So Simard, Château Simard, Saint-Émilion, Grand Cru.
I'll set him in.
Now we are back to France. After
We
this-
were just there, right?
Yeah, we were there. Actually.
Yeah, nice.
You must go back and forth.
And it's cool
often.
to compare because South African, one of the oldest winery in South Africa, Bokenesloef, 350 years ago, old. And you can compare Cabernet Sauvignon, and that is a little bit more Merlot, of course, Saint-Émilion, but you can compare and you will see the difference between New World, Old World,
Okay.
for example.
There's
if you-
no
if
rule
you-
though, huh?
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can have your own preference.
Some people prefer the first,
Yeah.
some people
Right.
prefer the second.
So, question.
Me, my heart is between both, to be honest. I'm not
Yeah.
even...
Well, I bet you like a little bit from like every different, all the different. You don't discriminate. It doesn't
No, no,
have
no,
to
of
be
course, no.
one or the other.
He's open to try.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. And I was asking, like, how can you know there's so many regions? Because he said it depends on the region, it depends on the terroir. You know, like,
What's the terroir?
explain the terroir.
The terroir is only one name. It's a French expression that every sommelier in the world use, even in English. We don't have. They decide that to do not translate it in English.
Okay.
It have to be terroir. Terroir is a mix between the ground, the weather,
Yeah.
so the climate,
The elements,
the culture, and the people working on it.
the culture, and even the people.
New vocabulary,
No,
huh?
it's like it's like look at the mango from
Correct.
Mindanao, the mango from the north. They don't taste the same. Even the
Depends on the
rice, even the
soil.
the soil,
weather.
the way they do it. So it's very what we call the terroir. It's like a mix of it.
Each one.
Here you are in one of my
It's
favorites.
getting better and better. Cheers.
We should make it longer.
Goodness.
2
This
episodes.
one is so good. Show this one is the Boken.
Alors, that's
No,
the
this is
Bordeaux.
The
Bordeaux,
Bordeaux.
Sauvignon, Grand Cru,
So this is your fave.
Chateau,
Saint-Émilion.
Chateau Simard, very
We
famous
should
for.
show
He taught me
the
well.
label for this one. This one's very good. Okay, so this is where we can have the lamb with this.
Ah,
Yes.
yeah.
Perfect
you have
for
to
that.
try that.
I absolutely want to.
Not the sweetness, but how the meat is really.
It looks so
Take it with
tender.
your finger. Don't worry. We will not feel bad. You can take it like this.
Really?
Yeah. We are in a
about
wine
You will
bar.
not be judged.
We are in a wine bar. Nobody will judge you.
Nobody will
around.
judge
Don't
you.
judge me. Okay, so I'm gonna take the end part.
Yes. It's so.
Okay, and then how about you guys? Well,
Yeah,
can you
I'm
reach?
gonna take one because you know what? That one, new from the
Maybe you can
chef,
get me one.
is really one of my
You want me to
favorites.
get you
Yes,
one?
please.
No judgment
It's
here.
new from the chef,
Oh my god.
especially for you guys.
So is this the first time we're seeing this? Like, is this the first time it's being brought out? Oh my gosh,
We had it
so
since like,
tender.
less than a month ago. Look at the tenderness. So of
my
course,
God.
specific meat we choose with the chef, with some specific supplier.
So tender.
It's a very slow cooking as
And you
well.
don't.
Again, so
You can use a bread knife.
Yeah, we are using a bread knife.
actually, we
It's
should
so
have a
tender.
knife.
But
yeah.
it's so
But it's so tender, right? That you can.
See?
I have to take
Beautiful,
another
huh?
bite of this. It's beautiful.
We need to.
So I have a confession. I really don't like lamb.
No way. Okay.
Right.
I always felt that every time I tried to eat lamb, it was very gamey.
So it's your first time.
This is my third. I'm learning how to eat it, but this is the best that I've had because it's so
Yeah, chef.
Momma,
Oh my
bravo.
God, bravo.
How is it? How's the lamb?
good.
It's your
Delicious.
favorite
Oh my gosh,
ever.
there's more.
More to come.
There's more.
That one
There's
is
more.
Black Angus Prime, really good from the US. 800 grams, nicely grilled. It's different size, depends on what you're craving for on the moment. We have 4 different sizes, but yeah, I'm really satisfied with the quality of the meat also. Just finished with a little bit of black salt on the top. It's pretty cool.
Oh wow, and it's
Why-
flaked.
Yeah.
Why you
Why
don't
do
do the chef?
He has his own way of like doing that.
He's French, he's
Exactly.
not Turkish.
I'm not
No.
good
No,
at
I'm not.
Thank
you,
you.
Chef.
I'm not gonna do it.
Oh my gosh, I don't even know where to begin with one wine just getting better than the next, and the pairing and the flavors. This is such an experience. I mean, if we're going to talk about a wine bar, if this is what it's like to come to a wine bar, then you guys obviously have to come down and visit Dr. Wine in Poblacion. So
Yeah.
there are so many things. You guys have been so generous. We also know that you're going to have giveaways. So let's talk about the holidays,
Correct. Yeah,
right?
Christmas.
And the Christmas boxes that you prepare,
Yes.
right? So everything, again, is homemade. So what you look for when you look for the Christmas boxes that they prepare, there's different sets. So we
The
have
Christmas box, please.
we have the premium box, and you're giving away 7 of those,
Yes.
right? And that is
Yes.
worth 1,999. So almost 2,000 pesos
2,000
for
pesos, yeah.
a great bottle of wine, some
Like the-
spreads.
correct.
Tell me, is the pate in there? Or is it jam? Or
We have
what
the-
is in?
Inside is a few different things because
Yeah.
we have some jam, we
Yeah.
have some of famous chicken liver pate as well.
Yes, okay.
Then
It has to be there.
That's how you look the box. That's what we give to our favorite customer, and our favorite customer buy to give
As
to
a gift.
during
As a
Christmas.
gift,
Yeah,
yes,
the
Well,
gift.
yes.
this is it because actually I'm preparing
perfect.
Christmas gifts, and this is a
Right.
perfect thing for
So,
someone who's special, right?
Exactly.
So we have a 2,000 box ready for you guys.
Pre-order now.
Yeah.
And,
Okay,
it's good
so
that-
we have this
Okay,
is like
just
an
to show.
example.
Correct.
So
That
we
is one of the
have-
examples.
Oh,
This one is the first one with a Bordeaux.
Okay.
Then we have one with a champagne,
There's
different
the
champagne.
chicken
Okay.
liver mousse.
So everything is homemade, by the way. So that's from the chef, from our kitchen, and that's it.
And
Voilà.
it's quality. I mean, if you're gonna have the maple syrup chicken liver mousse that was to die for that I tried in the first bite. And then you have the port wine foie gras. Okay, so that also is another one. And Christmas cranberry jam and chocolate dragées. So this is, you could actually break this out if you had company.
Especially for
as well.
Noche
Right?
Buena,
It's
or
like good if
Christmas
you want
party,
to surprise your girl at home. Hey, look at what I have tonight.
Let's
Whole
open
set,
it
yeah.
special. Okay.
You're
so
sure you made it after?
There are premium boxes. There is a
Sexy
box.
box.
Yes.
Yeah,
box,
there's a sexy
yeah.
box. And then there are 2 luxury boxes.
Correct.
Worth almost 5,000 pesos, guys.
With
So
For those
champagne,
who prefer
great
champagne,
inside. A little
So-
bit more like a Christmas high
celebration.
that's definitely ready
yeah.
for a celebration.
Correct.
Right? So we're taking away some of these things. I'm going to actually move this one to the
Okay.
floor so we can see, because I don't know if the viewers got to see the steak. Right? So this is the ribeye.
Alors, yeah, that
Right?
because we have to be honest. In a wine bar, sorry,
Go ahead.
in a wine bar, we are meat lover most of the time.
That.
So
That looks fantastic.
and it's true
It's
that
perfect
we
to share, like with family, like when you want to order something, like okay, to share with everyone.
and of course this is one of the best quality of Black Angus from
Correct.
the state. Really, it's a kill. It's a
With the black salt.
killer.
With the black salt.
And because we find out in the Philippines, actually that's one of the specialty in Philippines that I really enjoy. Filipino love to eat. Really.
Cheers.
Why did I love to that?
Filipinos
And,
love
Yes.
to eat. Cheers.
And,
we love to eat
Exactly.
wine.
Because to be honest,
While drinking, we love
in
to eat
France,
while
to be
drinking.
honest, in wine bar, you basically just have like cheese platter, charcuterie, it's something not like that much crazy kitchen
Pica.
thing.
Okay, it's more pica.
But here we really find out that very quickly, like, oh my god, we have to make the menu bigger because every customer was asking like, can we have that? Can we have that? Can we have more? Can we
Like
have meat? Can we
mains
have
with, like,
so of
while
course we follow a little bit the vibe,
Right.
and we find out that we become a real restaurant. Like we are not only a wine bar, we are a real restaurant right now. So,
Is it bad if I pick up the phone?
Do it. Go
So
ahead.
good. So, this is, the ode to what you were saying earlier when we were chatting. When you first opened up, you really just kept it to wine bar fare. Very simple, a few items on the menu. Now you have a full menu, obviously with a full wine list, and you're adding and adjusting and changing.
And party packages, like we serve into like big groups also.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if we wanted to have this Le Jardin room, we could
Like
reserve this
exclusively for you, you can do that.
for a party.
it's perfect. We did.
Exactly, christening
I,
for you.
I opened this place the day of my daughter.
Baptism of our
Bastien.
daughter.
It was. I was even at midnight the day before. I was still painting things.
true.
With my parents were here also to help. So we were like very. Tomorrow is the baptism. It's we make a big party here.
Yeah, that's true.
It fit perfectly for
beautiful.
80 people. Yeah.
It did.
And Le Jardin, it's a little
Let
bit.
me
get one.
serve you a little.
It's a different vibe, Le Jardin, because
Yeah.
it's more like it's lighter than Dr. Wine. It's more like for daytime. It's also,
Yes.
Plus,
It's
like
also
for
for the
brunch,
brunch,
Yeah,
Yes.
for brunch.
So you
you
serve
know.
brunch.
Yes, definitely.
You open at what time?
11.
11.
11. So you
With
can
the
come for
seafood
brunch.
platter, like your typical style.
Your
of your
seafood
I saw the
platter,
seafood tower.
the
Yes,
traditional,
yes. Oh,
the
yeah.
traditional one.
Yeah.
Very French seafood style platter. Actually, I'm proud to say that we were the first to do that in
Exactly.
Manila.
You were the first to do the tower.
Yeah.
I see a lot of doing that right now. And I'm glad that you bring something and some people like follow the vibe.
The
but
vibe,
but
yeah.
it's true that a lot of people were saying like, "Are you sure you want to do this?" The very traditional
We
seafood.
were like
platter.
really pushing
Oh,
it,
yes.
yeah.
Because that's what we have to bring in. When you want to share something,
Yeah.
You want to
Go-
share something good to like
go ahead.
your
Go-
culture, right?
Don't do it half. Don't try to pretend that you want to
Yeah.
share something and you don't do it. No, go to the end.
Well, if that's how you guys are running this business, I can tell this is the reason why it's so successful.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
From everything that you brought out on the table, I know we still have a few more desserts, but it's very clear that the concept you've created has taken off. I mean, you did listen to the Filipino tastes a little, right, with the maple syrup, but also bringing this French culture of the wine bar to us and educating us in the process, right? So how do you, where do you see some of the other things that, if you were going to be ambitious and say, this is what else I want to bring, or these are things that I want Filipinos to understand about the French culture, about the wine culture, about any of it? What would be the next thing?
The next big thing.
The next big thing is I like to surprise people. So
so you want to keep it a secret?
Yeah. So to be honest,
He's not going to tell
I don't
us.
want to say too much. No, I'm really dreaming to bring the first. Sorry to say that because it's a big topic in the Philippines right now.
Okay.
About fine
Is
dining.
it too controversial?
No, it's because it's about fine dining.
Okay.
I'm getting like,
I've been,
okay,
You're like,
my heart's
I've been-
pumping. Oh my
Is
god.
he going to say it? Is he
Yeah,
gonna say it?
exactly.
Now, I've been online sometime arguing with some, with some Filipino culinary, and because we are not so agree about what is a fine dining. And a
Right.
fine dining, anyway.
It's a bit relative, I think.
Everybody have his own maybe description of a fine dining, and I respect that, okay, but still, me and a lot of people from Europe, of the States or Japan, or say like, yeah, Philippines need more fine dining actually.
Okay.
And
Do you
need
think the
maybe
market can take it?
and I'm really curious
think
to
there's like-
try to bring it, but in a way not like a fine dining in France,
Like
with
not so
Filipino
snobbish.
style, a little bit more.
Not-
So you'll
not so much.
Sorry, I have to say that.
I was thinking it. I didn't say it. But
No, because
obviously,
I can say some
Yeah, because
place like I love.
people are scared to go when it's like, oh my god, I want to like go there. I don't know what to order. Maybe it's too small.
Right.
You know, I know that some place here, and I think like some place like Metrodome, like Toyo, like no, really that I find that for me that it's like a fine dining here in the Philippines. Okay, they're
And have
really,
the good
and I love it,
food,
good
yeah.
food quality. But when you come to the real experience of first, you have to be honest, it's like 2 or 3 times or 4 times more expensive fine dining.
of course.
Like Michelin star.
Tell me
yeah.
one restaurant in the Philippines that is 20,000 pesos the menu per person every day for everybody.
Yeah. We don't have that.
No, we don't have that.
Okay, so
We
that
have
that we have
6,000, right?
in
Yeah.
Europe it's like everywhere.
It's
In
normal.
States it's everywhere. It's not
Yeah.
in Shanghai it's everywhere.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
Bangkok it's everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, you have to be honest. It's
We're
the
just
fine
starting.
dining.
We're
Do you
just
really think
starting.
that- yeah, I was just gonna say, like you were
I would
saying
love to.
earlier how Shanghai, like this is the growth. You're looking at like remembering the growth of when you opened Dr. Wine. So now Dr. Wine you opened in 2017, 6 years ago.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Are we really ready for something of that caliber?
Not yet.
Few
but
years
in
more.
3 or 4 years, 4 or
Yeah.
5 years, then I can feel the way he move. He move fast.
But now there's more and more like restaurants coming in, right?
Right.
I will not be surprised that the one like the first one who will do that for me, what I call a real fine dining experience.
Yeah.
With like you are served by a sommelier, like a really well experienced,
Like
Yes.
top.
and he has waiter behind him, like also sommelier. You have
Yes.
a patisserie chef
But I think it's
behind.
coming
You're-
very, very soon.
I will
because it's like,
I will bet you guys that the first who will do that, it will be successful.
It will be- yes, it will
because
be
I
us.
can because I can.
She's got plans.
But, yeah.
for you, Vincent.
Now we are like
it's
we
in the
want to do that.
notebook.
But I can see
She's got
it's,
plans.
you know, it's like the dream, once because I've been working.
Write your goals
Fif-
and make it
yeah.
happen.
Exactly. Put it up. Vision it. Put it out to the
Yeah.
universe.
Be there.
Out
Right?
there, yeah.
Put it there. I love that she is so ever supportive and
My
she's
best,
like,
my
"You're
best
gonna do it.
Number
You're
one
gonna
fan.
do it. Aw.
No, that's
You know,
good.
in my
As a
best fan-
husband and wife, you know, like you have to support the passion and you have to be each other's number one fan.
That's what we say. And
She paid me.
wait, actually, we just came back from a wedding, 2
Wedding.
days ago, and
Yeah.
that's what because she was how you say the
Ninang.
the Ninang.
Are you a Ninang?
Oh my God!
Nice to meet you. Oh my gosh, we're at that
I
age
know,
where
right?
we're
That
Ninangs.
level already.
We're Ninangs na.
And I love that.
true.
That's what she say. What you recommend? What's your recommendation? And I love the way you explain during like explaining in details. Like you have to be the best fan, the best support of your event. And me, I was almost crying behind. I
I got him.
Well, I will
buy me
drink.
something.
She wants something.
Because
I
it's
will.
true.
I will drink to that.
Yeah.
To,
No, but it's
to
true,
be
right?
your partner's biggest fan.
Yeah.
So
I got something right there.
you did. I think you have
Yeah.
a lot of things right. He was even telling us when you guys first started with Dr. Wine how you wanted the whole building. You had a vision. You also
Sure.
had this other thing, right?
I think
So-
we were blessed to have like this like same vision, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I wanted to open just a small wine bar, she was
I
like,
said, like,
no,
let's
no,
get
I
the
take the
whole
whole
thing.
building, I want
I'm
that,
in
I
real
want
estate.
that.
I'm in real estate, that's why.
Yeah, I love it. I was like,
So-
you know, she pushed me even to be like,
Go ahead.
don't think small, think big, you know. It's,
I'm thinking of the
was-
bite. I want to take the bone. It's okay. Okay, thank you.
are we going to try the dessert? So, yeah.
Okay, there you go.
There you go. Slippery little sucker. Okay.
It's always the escargot.
It's always the escargot. We can't finish without desserts. Now,
Yes.
I have to admit,
Mains are finished. Now
Yeah.
is the dessert.
I have to admit, there are all three of these are desserts I would order and love. I'm going to go ahead. I don't know if you can see this.
That's the Starway to Heaven. It's
Yes.
our very specific
Yes.
secret dish here, I would say.
And then we have
Thank you.
Alors,
Lava
ça c'est
cake.
lava cake, like
Lava cake.
the classic of
Moist.
everybody loves lava cake.
Yes.
Every French bistro have lava cake,
and then we have
and of course the
And
crème
of course the
brûlée.
creme
The
brulee.
creme
You cannot not have that in a French bistro.
I have to be honest. People, it's not easy to sell dessert in a wine bar or restaurant or bistro
interesting.
because most of the people get so full. Like you saw the.
And drunk.
I'm
drunk
full.
already.
I'm full. I need
Yeah.
and drunk.
So unfortunately, most of the people they are like, oh, you know what? I will pass the dessert. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna die like right now. So
Yeah.
I'm
I'm gonna have a
okay.
digestive.
Yeah.
I
Like
love
we're gonna
that
have right
you,
now.
I love that you have the desserts for the people who have the second stomachs.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
like
they
sweet
can have
tooth,
it, yeah.
right?
You need to finish with just a little something sweet. I will admit,
Choose.
if I'm going to choose, I'm going to have my own. It's going to be
I know.
Yeah, it's okay.
She
Because
tried
of the
she,
name, right?
No, because she tried it yesterday. And she was
That's fine.
freaking going. But
It's so good.
yeah, it's
Yeah, so
it's
good.
very traditional.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't
But
have.
you have to pair it with something.
Oh my!
Yeah.
What is this a port?
And that's a rule. It's a port. Okay, it's a
Yeah.
tailor port. So we have different port, but and that's a rule in Dr. Wine right now. If you come to Dr. Wine and if you can push to order a dessert, I offer you a port glass.
Wow.
Because yeah, we decided that. But that's what I used to do in New York. My boss in New York, the
Yes.
chef, was telling me like, Vincent, those people, they have a great time. They spend a lot of money. Offer a glass. Come on. He was pushing me to, and I love that the spirit of. They come for an
Taste
experience,
too,
you know,
yeah,
people.
experience.
So we have to be thankful. We have to be like, and for example, if you have a nice dinner, and at the end you order a chocolate or dessert, I say to the whole team, I say like, guys, jump on it, drop a glass,
shot.
give a shot. It's from the house, and try it. By the way, because the pairing is perfect.
Together with
chocolate.
chocolate.
The
There you
chocolate is
go.
the killing, yeah.
All right. So
Here you go. Let's move this on the side.
as you know, an add-on to what you were saying, I noticed that you had customers coming in while we were setting up, and it really goes to show you the extent to which Eva and Vincent know their customers and their clientele. Everybody who came in, they knew them. They had a relationship with them. Oh, you're here. Where do you want to eat?
Yeah, that's
Down
true.
here?
Yeah, that's true.
Upstairs? And I think if that's the kind of wine bar experience that, you know, it's a neighborhood place that you would come, it's been achieved.
Very important.
I was really observing. I was doing my script, right? I was writing my notes, but I was seeing how when people were
side of
coming
your eye, yeah,
in,
that's
when
true.
people were, you were greeting everybody, and you were very familiar with people. So, you know, obviously, it's part of the community coming in and enjoying. You know, everything from the apps and the homemade sausages and the pate to the different types of wine that you can pair, which the servers can all suggest, right? So
True,
they
true.
can share that with you. So I haven't had port in a long time. I actually have a funny story. I will
Explain a
tell
little
you
bit.
this off cam.
Explain a little bit, I think. You have to
Yeah.
explain.
Of course, it's a little bit sweet. It's a port, so
Dessert wine.
sweet red wine, dessert wine,
Dessert wine.
and you will see the chocolate feeling in the mouth mixed with the port. It's like perfect. It's one of the perfect pairings. That one of my favorites. Actually.
Should be perfect with this. It's different, right? Like imagine all these glasses, but everything's different.
Everything is different, and everything complements each bite.
Yeah.
The way Vincent has paired everything. I think I'm spoiled. I can't go back to any
Exactly.
other way.
Once you have
You know,
the luxury.
I want wine with every course.
That we job done. Okay, bam.
Check, check, check.
Happy,
Nino's in
sign.
trouble. Well, you know where to go.
I know where to go.
It's important what you say about like you, because you saw us like, in fact, a lot of customer come and it's always like, hey, oh, how are you? Like, I mean, it's a lot of things like this, and it's also what I mean about like we have a new manager, Estelle from Ducasse,
Yes.
Paris.
Do you want to bring
And
her on
Ducasse,
cam?
yeah.
Yeah, can
Alain Ducasse.
Estelle come with us?
Say
just
hello.
to
From
because she's
where?
fresh,
Fresh from Paris.
very fresh from
Fresh from
Paris.
Paris.
Yeah.
You just arrived a month ago.
Yeah, I just arrived
Not
like
even.
a month ago, so
Yeah.
it's like really new and fresh.
30
So-
days. Congratulations for choosing the Philippines.
Welcome. It's our
Incredible.
pleasure to have her.
And my meaning about that, Estelle, she come here as a Roman come here also because we want them to be part of the house, like you know,
Yeah,
like
fresh and
like
young.
soon it's not going to be me to say like every time like, hey, I know you, how are you? It's gonna be them,
gonna be
you know. It's
them.
like you have to pass a little bit that whole, I think.
Pass
or
the baton,
you
quoi.
grow
Yeah.
you grow a group, you know. If you jump to different restaurants, you have to make sure that to keep the spirit of that house. That way.
The core is very like, you know, they're very like trained well, yeah.
And warm. And like you
you.
said, like a second home. Thank you.
And then here to add, you know, like even if you come here alone, and one of like him,
Yeah.
he comes here alone, and then all of a sudden, like after 10 minutes, like hey, you know, like another friend comes in, like so you feel you don't need to be scared to come here.
It's what we
Just
call a
yourself.
bistro wine
Yeah,
bar.
everybody's in the bar.
Basically, if you go to a wine bar by yourself, you know that you will not end by yourself.
Then you can have like a good story and a good one, right?
You're never alone at Dr. Wine.
It's true.
There's always someone to come and hang out with. So you guys know, if you would like to follow them on Facebook, you can follow Dr. Wine Poblacion, Dr. Wine BGC.
And BGs.
Yes, and then for Instagram, so if you guys are entering that giveaway, which I know you are,
Yeah, let's do
make
it.
sure you follow drwine.poblacion and go ahead and fill out all of the mechanics, complete all of the mechanics, because these prizes are fantastic with homemade pâtés and jams and wines to go with it that obviously will bring any cheer to your holiday celebration. Guys, at the end of every show, we do a rapid fire.
Okay.
And this is
Should
like,
I be scared of
don't,
this?
No, don't worry.
Should I
don't
be
worry.
scared?
We won't get raunchy.
I'm ready.
We won't get
What's
raunchy.
your question?
I promise
Pressure.
it'll be fun. Okay, so
Who's first answer? No, I mean,
It depends on the question.
who shaped your relationship with food?
honestly.
He was so confident with that.
He's like, yes.
But I opened your
No.
palate to Filipino food too, you
Of
know.
course.
But on my side, on my side, it's the chef for who I work.
Yeah,
To be
true.
honest, I remember Ramirez. If you see me in New York,
Oh, yeah, I remember that guy.
3-star Michelin right now in
Yes,
New York.
you went
he
to
was the
his-
second of
yes, oh my
David,
God, I remember.
David Boulet, and you remember we met
Yeah, I
him.
remember we went.
He shot me
I
like,
know, I
you are my best man.
remember.
And
He's a 3-star Michelin star
love that.
chef now.
the
I
first
mean.
3-star Michelin and the only one in Brooklyn.
In Brooklyn.
Yes, I remember
best
that.
friend.
With all the tattoos here.
And for example, yeah, those kind of guy as a sommelier, because sometimes they was grabbing, you're in the kitchen, you go through with a bottle of wine to serve the clip, and they grab me and like, hey Vincent, I need to show you something. Open your mouth, do. What do you think? And you're like, amazing, Cesar.
That sounds like an amazing New
I love it.
Yorker. I love it. Okay,
You know
favorite
that.
food as a kid?
Filipino spaghetti for me. Sorry.
Don't apologize.
Yeah, true, why not?
There is no judgment
Yeah,
here.
for me, roasted chicken with just simple
Patat-
roasted chicken with no chips. Those are chips.
French
Siguro,
fries.
like French fries?
Yeah,
Potatoes.
Yeah,
Potatoes.
yeah.
Favorite cuisine as an adult?
French? Plus Chinese. By the way, my Chinese friend's gonna...
Of course,
my real friend's gonna tell me like, no, you like Chinese food. Yeah.
because to be honest, my heart is so divided between Chinese, Japanese as well. You
I
we
know. Sushi,
We love
sushi.
sushi,
Yeah.
great sushi.
That's
and
true,
fresh
that's
You
and
have
true.
more
stuff.
than one fave.
Yeah, I don't want to be the fat. Of course, French. Okay.
Macron is not gonna quote you on that.
What is your favorite dish to prepare? So you're at home and you're gonna make something for the family.
He prepares whatever.
No, you know what my
I don't-
favorite? Because it's her favorite
It's her
and my
favorite, and
daughter
you like
favorite,
making it
pasta
for them.
carbonara.
Oh, yeah.
Carbonara.
Every time my
That's
two
so
daughters, they were like,
Filipino.
Our daughter,
yeah,
our
daddy,
daughter
so-
even said to her classmate, like, you know what? My dad makes the best carbonara in the
Imagine
world.
that.
Is that music to your ears?
Yeah.
That's like music to your ears.
So that's why it's my
He
favorite.
tra-
food.
he trained
and
them
then
well,
when she
huh?
tells you the wine.
I want to cry right now. I
she's
want just to feel it.
This reminds
No, really, it's
me
really cool.
of-
It's-
yeah,
I was like,
oh,
It's
yeah,
really cool.
sure,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's really cool. Yeah. And I think about it, it's so cool.
Favorite food guru?
Guru. Chef Romain. No.
Okay.
Chef
Yeah, of
Vincent.
course.
I have to be loyal to my
After
chef.
Chef Romain, bravo. I have a special dedicace to give to Robbie Goko.
Love Chef Rob.
Because I love you, bro.
What's up,
And,
Robbie?
I really miss you all the time. Yeah, no, Robbie for me
Yeah,
is
that's
one of
true.
the most
True. We
inspired.
were together in New York, by the way. Right?
Yeah, we met in New York.
How funny.
That's true. That's true.
How funny. I think we talked about this when we were with Trish.
Trish,
Yeah.
For her birthday in Modan. We talked about that, right? I remember that. Guys, say hello to our foodie.
Exactly.
We should.
Thank you,
Our
Trish.
foodie friends.
Thank you.
Happy that you guys guessed it.
Yay.
Okay, favorite hobby when not drinking wine?
Family time for me.
Traveling with a family is cool.
That's,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
good
to be
too.
honest.
Music in the kitchen, yes or no?
I don't stay in the kitchen, by the way.
Unless he's making you taste.
Exactly.
It's
It's
funny
him who
because
stays in the
I am a
kitchen.
musician.
Yes? Oh, you are.
Yeah, I am a piano
Plays the
from
piano,
conservatoire,
guitar.
and, guitar, everything. I mean,
Very
obviously, I
artistic.
love the classic music basically, but I love silence.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you listen to like,
Nobody has to
podcasts.
be in the.
Yeah, just
nobody has to be in the
I like to
kitchen.
listen some podcasts from good coach, things like this in the kitchen. But it's true that sometimes I like the silence.
Okay, I do too. Take out or dine in?
Dine in for me. And
Nobody.
no, but no, they don't do takeout. They don't do takeaway in France, by
I
the
was
way.
educated earlier. Yes,
They don't do
not
takeaway.
that.
No
I'm
way.
sorry, but every time she take out like, can I have the little
Oh my
person?
God,
Like,
please.
come on. Seriously.
It's for the.
Take out. Okay.
No.
Two foods that go together but don't go together.
For me, it's Chinese food and wine.
Okay, because you'd rather have a beer.
Or,
But you would
or
like the wine because you now
soda.
have- right.
Or soda.
Okay.
True.
Any kitchen or dining accessory that you collect?
I love like nice glasses actually.
Of course.
It's something.
Imagine
it's
this.
something.
How many
It's-
different types
I
of
can
glasses
only
do we have?
imagine
By
how
the way.
many cabinets in your kitchen have glasses. I
And
can
yeah, of
only
course,
imagine.
and I have my little corkscrew collection.
Yeah,
That's
true,
also
true,
my,
true.
my
You're on
With
the
the-
sofa watching a movie. What's on your snack board?
Us, he makes is really good with the kids, like ice cream with strawberries.
That's true.
and
Yeah, I like that
remember,
with fruit.
chocolate.
Yeah, I like that.
So
Let me a
that's our
cheese platter.
little-
Let me
For him-
any movie cheese platter.
That's
cheese
his
platter.
popcorn, cheese.
Yeah, I'm addicted
A
to.
real French.
I'm really addicted.
Charcuterie.
I'm even addictive to cheese. Like
Just cheese.
I have to stop it.
What's your
That's,
favorite
Yes.
cheese?
that's not a question to addictive to.
Ah,
I'm too addictive
Just
to
one. You have to pick one.
camembert.
Camembert.
Oh
Oh my God.
I have a
Camembert.
story.
Camembert.
I
Oh,
shared
yeah.
this story in Enduron, so you guys, I got to go back and watch the Enduron episode when we were in École du. We were talking with École du Casse.
Of
What's
course,
her
Ducasse,
name?
yeah.
I was working
right?
for the
Ducasse,
cast.
Right?
even.
And he selects the
Elise-
best camembert in the
Elise
world. Yeah.
And Chef Mark. And I talked about camembert, because camembert is my favorite cheese.
Him?
When we were married, and we honeymooned,
Wow, we're
we
on
honeymooned We honeymooned in
I
Paris.
swear.
Yeah. Ah, yes,
And
really?
we
Okay,
honeymooned
nice.
in Paris.
Good choice.
And I would always end the night with a cheese plate. And he would say, "Hun, can you just eat the cheese downstairs? Why do you have to eat it in the room?" Because I would eat camembert in the room all the time. And I'd be like, "But it's so
That-
good. I'll never have cheese like
You
this
know, you
again."
That's funny because we have something in common in that way.
Oh my
Because
God.
She always makes fun of me. Anywhere we go to a hotel,
Yes.
it's like a kid for me. My favorite thing is like room service
Yes.
and
Yes.
having my little thing in the room.
Exactly.
I don't know why, but I love it. I like.
That's everybody's favorite.
It's like an experience for me.
You know,
And still, 44 years old, having my little things in my room service, like I find that like this is what I call an experience.
no,
you know?
we were just in France, and then every time we do the grocery, we were there for like 45 days. His mom would say like, "Masa, camembert." You know, like
Yeah.
every
Pretty
knows.
much,
She
She
knows.
knows.
You
My-
gotta follow her because you have to have the
My mom makes sure that I have a one camembert per day.
All the
at least,
time,
so-
everywhere we go.
Nice true story.
Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Mom.
Mamo.
Okay,
You're
what-
the best.
we now know what your favorite comfort food is, but now we're going to ask. This is very fast, so we will finish this up and wrap it up as well. So, cheese or charcuterie?
Charcuterie for me.
Cheers.
Salmon or buff?
Buff.
Buff. Definitely.
Lamb or ribeye?
Ooh, both.
You can have both.
Depends the chef. If it's from
This
Depends on
lamb,
the- yeah.
Depends the
this lamb
chef.
was amazing.
Yeah, voilà.
Yeah, I know,
Looking
right?
for it. Where did it go?
From
'Cause
Roma.
I couldn't look for it again.
It's with Trish.
Okay, New World or Old World?
I depend on him.
White or red?
Red.
Rosé. No, no.
Depends on the time.
Start by the
Okay,
rosé, then we
Depends on
see.
the time.
Depends on
Chocolate
the time.
lava cake or Stairway to Heaven?
Do you want to go to heaven?
Stairway to
Yeah,
Heaven.
that's it, of course.
Stairway to Heaven. Okay, so Pobla or BGC?
We gonna say.
I know,
Depends on the day.
both.
Depends on the
Okay,
day.
depends on the
You
day.
say depends on the day.
Let's ask the customer.
True.
Pobla or BGC?
Yeah, voilà.
Or you can try both.
Yeah, no, that I'm very curious to have a question like, do you prefer
do it as an
Poblacion or
open,
do you prefer BGC?
Comment for
I would
everyone.
love to have an answer.
We can open that up. And then the last, which we always finish, I'm so curious to hear what you guys will say. Tapa or Tocino?
Tocino for me. I don't even know if he knows tocino. No.
Yeah, what is
That's the red meat that you say don't eat that.
Because it's red!
It's red. Why is it even red?
So Tapa, obviously, for you.
Not even. Look at him.
He's like, I don't eat that breakfast meat.
He doesn't
I don't
even
that
eat like
breakfast
red
meat.
hot
I
dog.
eat baguette for breakfast.
He's like,
And
why is
coffee.
it red?
I do.
Okay, guys, that wraps up this very fun
that was
episode
fun.
here in Poblacion. This is the power couple here from Dr. Wine in Makati.
baby. Mwah.
Thanks, guys, for having us.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Super
Thanks,
fun.
Trish.
Super fun. So, guys, as always, keep cooking, keep sharing, and keep safe. See you soon.
Save water, drink wine.
Yeah! Good
Baby.
baby. Love you.